How do you forget something like a guy having sex with your girl? It'll pass. What is important to know is how memory works. When you remember something and think on it, you are actively recreating that memory. It's not like observing an item on a shelf, but more like reading a paragraph and dictating it back to be stored again. What this means is your memory of the event gets recreated and slightly changes every time you go through the process, and it could become more or less traumatic with every single iteration. Think about your own recovery. And while you can't easily snap your fingers to forget, you can slowly and over time make sure you store less toxic versions of that memory instead of making it worse. Whenever you remember this, try and end in a positive tone. You've saved yourself from a harmful relationship. You stood up for yourself. You learned who is not for you. The event itself is meaningless. Focus away from imagining it. Or if you do, always remember that for her too it was not worth the relationship and likely was a disappointment in that sense. You'll be alright. Total no contact is my only working solution. It'll get better. You'll hopefully find someone more amazing who won't cheat on you. And you'll move on. Let me tell you from old guy experience. A rebound never changes anything. It doesn't help you stop thinking about her cheating. And it doesn't help you move on. You can go ahead and some fun. Just don't expect it to solve anything. September wasn't that long ago. Don't be so hard on yourself for still having strong feelings about the betrayal and heartbreak. Slowly, the image will go away and you'll be able to move on. I've had completely different experiences. Had this drop-dead gorgeous girl just after high school. She said I was too intense after 6 months and wanted to move on. I convinced her not to. Went to a music festival later that year and I still had to work, so I would rock up 45 hours after her and her friends. Found her in her tent with another guy, and needless to say, my mind blanked her out. Didn't think about her. Got drunk and slept with 2 other girls at the festival. Never saw her again. Never felt sad about her. Incidentally, 6 years later a similar thing happened. But I was in a difficult position. I had an idea in my head to move to another country to have a better life. Found her cheating on me with a mutual friend. My brain went into laser-like focus and I applied for a visa, and 2 weeks later I left the country. She came to the airport to say goodbye. I said goodbye to my parents and then hugged her and said thank you for cheating. You made my future better by excluding yourself from it. My brain disconnects from people who hurt me. Grief. Read up on grief. It's what you're going through. Eventually you'll date someone else and forget all about this. The lesson here is that when someone says they don't want to be with you, the best response is, okay. Any form of questioning or trying to convince them otherwise only leads to suffering. Time heals all things. The pain will fade. It might help to realize nearly everybody goes through this at some point in their lives. It is like going through withdrawal with drug addiction. Each day you will be stronger and the pain will lessen. Be good to yourself. Ultimately, you will come to a better place and have more self-understanding and fortitude. I agree with most people. You gotta just let this go. It wasn't you. It wasn't in some way you weren't good enough. This is an immature lady who wasn't ready to handle being a responsible partner. Cut her 100% out of your life and look for someone ready for committed relationship. Or accept that life is what it is and you can't control the behavior of others and stay non-committed until that perfect someone shows up. Well, I'm going to give you some advice. I need space means we should break up. She was already done. You get over it by seeing her for who she really is. Scorched earth brother. Move on because you deserve better. Go to the gym every day. Clean up your diet. I mean every day, son. Sunday off. Do this for 3 solid months. Go in the rain. Go in the snow. Go with a hangover. Or on nights when you just can't sleep. Go then. She won't even be an afterthought. It takes a while to get over stuff like that. You just need to keep busy and start doing something with your life. Find a new girl. Keep her head up. Sounds like a heartbreaker, but there are so many more wonderful people out there. There is no timeline for healing a broken heart. Everyone grieves in their own way on their own time. Sounds like your old horse was stubborn and restive. What you need is a good, long and relaxing ride on another horse. Just ride it into another sunset. Cowboy. Yeehaw. You shouldn't be thinking about trash, it's beneath you. I know the feeling when you are really tired. Want to go to sleep, but you keep seeing them doing stuff that hurts you the most. The only thing that really helped me to get through this was listening to audiobooks. Your mind is focused on the story and it helps you fall asleep without being terrorized by your own mind. Some time passed and I got into much better headspace. You also need to cut any contact with them. 'Cause every time I saw them online it brought up old memories.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.